Broadcasting from Somaliland's capital Hargeisa, this is CBA News in Brief. My name is Wangui Ngugi. Somaliland's Justice and Welfare Party announced that a senior official of the party was summoned for questioning by the Criminal Investigation Department. The former vice presidential candidate of UID party said the Interior Secretary of UID party, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Seleban Rema, was summoned to the CID on Sunday morning. Ahmed Musa Abdi Abian said the summon followed a complaint from the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Bashe Mohamed Farah, against UID Secretary for Interior Affairs, Seleban Rama. Mr. Abian said the move to investigate the opposition official was a sign of totalitarian behavior. He added that this behavior is a repetition of the authoritarian practices that Somaliland people decried for the past 30 years. Mr. Abian stated that scare tactics and intimidation will not work on them and that his party will continue to discharge its duties of criticizing the government. Last week, Mahmoud Ali Seleban Rama criticized the House of Representatives following a severe cut to the budget of political parties. A couple and their 2 children and an unborn baby died on Sunday morning when a derelict house next to their home fell on them. The couple, identified as Faisal Aadan Abdi and his wife Hinda Ahmed, was living in a makeshift home in 31st May district. Hinda was reportedly heavily pregnant with few weeks left of her pregnancy. The old house that claimed the family of the 5 was built during colonial times. The firefighters dug out the remains of the family from the rubble and they were taken to Hargeisa General Hospital where they were pronounced dead. The mayor of Hargeisa, Abdurrahman Aidid Solteko, and the governor of Marudije region confirmed the tragic death of the family at Hargeisa General Hospital. The officials sent out their condolences to the families and friends of the deceased family, and they both warned the public of the hazards of roofless old buildings, especially during this rainy season. The second deputy chairman of Kulmiye Party, Ahmed Abdi Dere, has dealt a serious blow to the leadership ambitions of former Minister Mahmoud Hashi Abdi. This comes a few days after Mahmoud Hashi announced his candidacy to the leadership of the ruling party Kulmiye. In a press conference at his office, Ahmed Abdi Dere has played down Mahmoud Hashi's position within Kulmiye party. He said Mahmoud Hashi, who is the former strongman of the previous Kulmiye government, is not a member of the ruling party's leadership and a fresh member of the Central Council. In a direct refute to Mahmoud Hashi, the second deputy chairman said Kulmiye chooses the chairman from within the party and not through the media. Mahmoud Hashi had made his candidacy for Kulmiye chairmanship in an interview that was aired last Thursday. Mahmoud Abdi Dere said the presidential nominee and the chairman of the party is chosen by the leadership and the executive committee of the party, comprised of 7 and 46 members respectively. The remarks of the second deputy chairman of the party is seen as an indicator of the sentiments of President Musa Bihi, who is also the chairman of Kulmiye party. Strong winds and heavy rains have been reported in the coastal areas of Puntland as tropical storms make landfall. The tropical storm, named Pawan, was associated with strong winds and heavy rains in some parts of Puntland, with most stations recording high amounts of rainfall. The extreme weather conditions have led to the destruction of property and infrastructure, including roads, buildings and boats. Flights were delayed at Garowe airport on Saturday morning following the heavy downpour. Authorities in Puntland have restricted road travel, particularly at night, and have warned people to take precautionary measures. Some key areas affected by the storm include Eil, Alula, Hafun, Beila and Garad. One person is reported to have died after a fishing boat capsized in Alula town. Local residents in Eil district also confirmed that a child had died due to the cold weather after flash floods swept away their house. Currently, flash floods still threaten many areas following the heavy downpour that is still being experienced in some areas. The rains are expected to spread further inland to many areas within Somaliland, Puntland and the central regions. Individuals present along the coast area are advised to keep abreast of the situation, confirm road conditions before heading out, avoid areas directly hit by the flooding, and adhere to any orders issued by the local authorities and the government. The African Union Mission in Somalia has trained members of civil society organizations in Jubaland State to address gender-based violence in the society. The one-day training held in Kismayo on Wednesday was part of activities to mark the ongoing 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. The 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence is an international campaign held every year to end violence against women and girls. The campaign started on 25th November and will end with the marking of the International Human Rights Day on 10th December. Participants in the training included civil society activists as well as representatives of internally displaced persons, elderly, youth and women groups. Gloria Jase, the AMISOM protection officer who facilitated the training, noted the need to capacitate Somali civil society groups to address gender-based violence. She said that during the 16 days of activism, they recommit to ensuring the protection of women, girls and children against GBV and conflict-related sexual violence in different countries, including Somalia. Gloria also noted that while gender-based violence affects mostly women and girls, men and boys are also victims of abuse. Ethiopia has launched the National Durable Solutions Initiative, which will promote conducive conditions for internally displaced persons to rebuild their lives at an event organized by the International Organization for Migration. The initiative is developed by the government of Ethiopia, the United Nations, international and national non-governmental organizations and donors. It seeks to ensure internally displaced communities in the country are supported to either return, integrate or relocate voluntarily. The DSI will support interventions across national development policy, legislative reform, institutional strengthening, and mainstreaming of IDP-friendly solutions in spatial and town planning. It also supports area-based, government-led and community-driven programs in areas of voluntary return, relocation or local integration, additionally ensuring that internally displaced households and individuals have access to livelihoods. The initiative comes at a critical time when ethnic-based tensions and communal violence in some regions of Ethiopia have forced millions of people to flee their homes over the past 2 years. Thank you for watching CBA News Brief. Don't go away. Stay tuned for Abdullahi Hassan later with more and detailed news.